Hi guys, how you doing? This one's going to be a little bit controversial, and I suspect I'm going to get some flack for it. But I'd like to talk a little bit about what I see as a growing problem within the catch wrestling community. It's something that's been going on for a while, and it's been thrown into relatively sharp focus for me by the fact that I've recently started interacting more with the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu community. And there seems to be a bit of a marked difference in attitude within those two communities, and that's a shame. And I think there's a problem with catch wrestling. Not as a system. I think it's a fantastic system. And obviously it has different goals to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. It works to a different rule set, so it tends to express itself slightly differently. But I think the two are hugely complementary. And I think I've become a better catch wrestler because I've been looking at Jiu Jitsu. And I think that my catch wrestling background has given me a big leg up, if you like, within Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the fact that catch wrestling seems to attract complete dickheads. And maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. But it does seem that we've got way more of our fair share of them. And I don't really understand why that is. Partly, I guess, it's because catch wrestling kind of nearly died out. And it was this broad community that's gone off in different directions. And because of these different directions, lots of people are doing catch wrestling in their own way, through their own lineage. But instead of kind of celebrating this diversity, and glorifying the differences we've got and using that to push catch wrestling as a whole, what seems to happen is lots of people spend their time running all the other bits of catch wrestling down rather than just focusing on putting catch wrestling forwards. Now, I've been very lucky. I've travelled around a lot, and I've trained with some fantastic people from various different branches of catch wrestling, if you like. I've trained with a number of different people that came out of Riley's gym in Wigan. I've trained with people whose lineage takes them back through the American carnival wrestlers. And there's one thing that they've all had in common, and that's that they've got a vast amount of knowledge, and I've been able to walk away having learned a lot from them. And that seems to be something that people forget. There's this almost direct competition. As soon as somebody says that they do catch wrestling, somebody else who also does catch wrestling turns around and goes, "No, you don't. What you do is not proper catch." Whereas, as soon as I announced to the world that I'd started training in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, I was flooded with messages from people saying, "That's great. If you're ever in this part of the country or this part of the world, come and train with us." And it seems to me that Brazilian Jiu Jitsu almost gives people a sense of togetherness. I was going to say brotherhood, but that's clearly gender specific, and that's not the case. But within catch wrestling, there's this whole divisiveness that people want to push you away because you're not part of their little clique. There's an exclusivity. And I think that's a shame. I think it's hugely damaging. And I think that that's being expressed significantly at the moment. If you're involved in catch wrestling on Facebook, you'll be fully aware that there's an ongoing issue where one complete, utter bellend seems to be going out of his way to make everyone in catch wrestling look like a dick. I'm not going to go on about this too much, but it's incredibly childish, it's incredibly damaging to us all, and it runs the risk of tarring catch with a brush that it really doesn't deserve. Catch wrestling is a fantastic art, and there are some amazing people doing this. And like I said, I've trained with people from a vast array of different backgrounds, and they're all, in general, very skilled and very willing to pass that knowledge on. Some of the greatest grapplers I've known are from catch wrestling backgrounds, and some of the loveliest people I've met. So don't think I'm trying to tar everyone within catch wrestling within the community with this brush. I'm really not. But like I said, we do seem to attract way more of our fair share of complete knobs than other forms of grappling. Maybe that's just that I see them more and I notice it more. Or maybe it's true. What do you think? Are you involved in catch wrestling? Are you involved in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu? Am I just missing this? Is this going on in BJJ as well and I just don't see it? Or do you think I've got a point? Stick something in the comments, let me know, and I'll be really interested to hear your take. Anyway, take care guys, I'll see you soon.